Hey, Todd Burrier from toddburrier.com. Today I want to talk a little bit about the number one skill for you to develop to be successful. Provided you're doing your work, right? Provide you're working the process every day and committed to the long term. The number one skill, well, I wonder what you think that is. You might think, well, prospecting. Yeah, that's an important skill. Presenting, yeah, that's a pretty important skill. Right? Following up, time management, all these kinds of things. They're all useful, all meaningful, all important, but they are not the number one skill. The number one skill, the number one is listening. That is the number one skill that you can develop. You're like, hey man, I can listen. I'm listening to you right now. You're hearing me, but are you listening? Because those are two different things. You see, we're born with the ability to hear, those of us who are. That's a gift, right? That's a gift. We get that one for free. But listening is way different than hearing. And the unfortunate thing is that this mega mother of all interpersonal skills and business skills, the best leaders are the best. They're great listeners for the most part. Tremendous people in networking and sales, they're great listeners. I mean, they work on this. Why? Because it's not taught. Right? We are not taught this incredibly valuable skill. If anything, we're taught the wrong way, right? Listening is like sitting still while someone's droning on at you, right? About stuff you could care less about, not interactively. That's the nature of most of our schooling, as opposed to really interfacing and learning how to listen. And so we learn as a product of our environments, which for most of us is not good. Right? And it's this most important skill, right? The number one skill that you could have in all things, because it's the best interpersonal skill, because so much happens when you can listen well. And so I'm just going to give you an understanding of the power of this. I can, and man, I probably will in the future give you some actual listening lessons too, but you can also go out and get that material because it's something you should study. Because again, you didn't get it. You didn't get it in school. I have an MBA. I didn't get it in all those years of schooling, and nobody made me learn listening. And if you think about it, we should be made to learn to listen the right way and interact with people from the minute we start any education. That should be how we should be spending a long time every day on that single thing. The planet would be a lot better place. So think about why it's important. When you listen to your prospect or your partner in business or your customer, they're starved for attention. People are starving for attention, more so now than ever, right? Because now we have all this connection through the internet and all this distraction and social media and all this stuff, and people have the cell phone in their hand all the time. People are listened to less now than ever before. And so even though they might be getting some false attention, right, through a Facebook post or something like that, that's not real attention, right? That's not the kind of attention that touches a heart, right? And so people are starved for attention. And so when you listen to them, you make a big difference. You make a big difference right away because you're allowing them to express themselves. And so the other thing about listening to someone is you allow them to talk about their favorite subject, which is typically them, right? That's their favorite subject. And so by listening, they feel good. You begin building rapport. So here's the power for you, right? The power for them is you make someone feel good. You make their day just by listening to them. But what it does in your business relationship is you build rapport, right? Because you're listening. Just naturally, they're feeling more and more connected to you. And you're also developing some equity with this person. This is a really important thing. You're developing what's called emotional equity. There's a way deeper set of listening stuff is empathic listening, which I'm not going to talk about right now. But when you listen to someone, they know that you're making an investment. They appreciate it because they're starved for attention and they're getting to talk and they're getting to share. And so you're allowing this to happen. And so think about it. Think about your interchange in the work. You've got a product you think could be beneficial for them. You've got an opportunity you think could be beneficial for them. And so you're talking to them and you're allowing them to talk about their issue around, whatever your product addresses, how they've struggled with weight, or how they struggle with their skin, or how they've struggled with technology or whatever it is, right? And so by listening deeply to them and asking questions, right, which I'll get to in another post, you're building this equity while you're learning, right? And so when you are ready to share the value of what you have, your offer will ring true to them, right? Instead of you just saying, hey, I think this would be great for you, you can actually say, I think this would be great for you based on what you just said, because, and that's not how I would do it because I'd tell it in a story, but the point is, they will believe that you believe it's good for them because that you've listened to them and you understand them, right? It's the old analogy. Covey was the first one I've heard say it 30 years ago, although I'm sure that it's been said for generations. Plato probably said it, or somebody like that. But seek first to understand, then to be understood. That's the power of that, because once someone knows you understand them, they're wide open to whatever you have to say. You don't have to be skilled or gifted. You just have to have let them have the opportunity to talk. So if you take time to work on the listening skill, get a book, get a CD, do it on YouTube. I don't care how you do it. Focus on this one skill. It'll change your business. It will change your business. It will change your interactions. It will change how big your circle of influence is. It will change everything interpersonally, which will dramatically affect your business, which is made up of people. So work on this number one skill, and it will serve you so well going forward. So if you found value here, please share it. Let other people have the opportunity if you found value here. And if you haven't gotten my 27 phrases at work yet, go on up top and punch that button and put in your email, because they really will be helpful for you. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.